been filed in the Texas legislature aimed at trying to get high school students access to birth control while at school. The pilot program would offer IUD or pills. If it passes, it would be implemented in 6 yet-to-be-determined school districts across the state. The bill would require parental consent for students younger than 18 years old. Lawmakers say this would cut down the number of teen pregnancies and abortions. Some parents are outraged, saying this is a family matter. So are schools going too far, or is this a step that's needed? That's our topic this half hour. And as always, we like to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also send me a tweet at Sally Mack, Fox 26. Joining us live here in our newsroom, our Fox 26 senior legal analyst, Chris Tridico. We are missing our Democratic media consultant, Mustafa Tamiz, this morning, but you know, sometimes Mustafa likes to show up right when we go on, so we'll see if he comes. And Republican strategist and public policy analyst, Jackie Valley. Hey, guys.
Good morning.
All right, so what do you think of this? Is this a really out-of-the-box idea?
So this, you know, first I just got to mention Mustafa. He doesn't even drink, and he overslept. I don't understand how he can oversleep for something like this. It makes no sense. So this is modeled after a program that started in Colorado, and Representative Donna Howard, who filed the bill, she's a representative out of Austin, has noted statistics that said that the teen pregnancy rate in Colorado dropped 51%, based on a national average of it's dropped 31% nationally, 51% in Colorado. And so she wants to try it as a pilot program in Texas to see if we can affect the teen pregnancy rate in Texas, Jackie, which is the 4th highest in the country. Texas law says that in our high schools we will teach abstinence only,
right,
when that's the law. And so what she was saying, let's try a new model here. Is there a major objection to this if you're looking at this model with parental consent?
Well, first of all, a teenage pregnancy is on the rise. That's a fact that we all know. But you have so many people who are even questioning if we should have sex education taught in schools. So if we're even concerned about sex education being taught in schools, you're definitely going to have parents upset about distributing whatever type of, I don't know if she wants to distribute condoms or
well, the bill is
UTI.
IUDs and a form of IUDs and pills.
Okay, well, all of these things are going to be up for discussion with the parents, and parents are going to be concerned because you have a large percentage of Texan parents who believe that abstinence needs to be what is taught first, based on their religious beliefs, based on how they feel as parents. And they also feel that this is something that should be taught in the home, not that teachers, it should be teaching in schools.
And so absolutely, but doesn't that give them that conversation, to have that abstinence-only discussion at home?
But then we're putting another burden on teachers. We've discussed many times on this show, on this panel, that teachers are given limited resources. So now we're going to put the burden of, not only are you going to now talk about sex education, not only are you going to talk about abstinence, but you're also going to talk about different forms of contraception, and you're going to teach them how to use it properly. This is another burden that we're putting on teachers that is unfair.
Let me go to Sally. Thank you. Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
All right, Chris Tridico, you know this was a hot topic on your Facebook page yesterday when you posted this topic, so we're going to read a few of the comments there for folks. Roberta, to paraphrase, she had a long one here. She says, you know, are you kidding me? This is a no for me. First, they need to revamp and teach sex ed from 5th grade on up. And then she adds in, too, that the other reason she's against it is that this essentially allows and invites a health clinic into the schools. So she's concerned about how exactly this would be distributed, and obviously those are details that would need to be worked out. And then Marquet says, at what point did we decide the government needed to control every aspect of our lives? And she goes on to say that school is for educating so you can get a job and take care of yourself. Parenting is where you learn birth control. So two people who are against this. It was hard to find comments, you know, on social media for people who were actually for this, but I'm sure there are some.
Well, yeah, on my Facebook page, I didn't see a whole lot of in favor of that either yesterday, but it sure blew up when I posted it, and in a state like Texas, I'm not surprised there was a whole lot more opposed than in favor of. But when we talk about this, the abstinence-only policy and the law in Texas, and you look at the statistics that Texas has gone to 4th in the nation in teenage pregnancy, isn't it time that maybe we start looking at shouldn't we revamp our abstinence-only policy?
The numbers are definitely behind the rationalization for this type of law. However, going back to the philosophies of most families and the religious aspects and the overreach of government, you're going to see a majority of Texans who are conservative who are going to be against this. You're going to have very few people who are going to be supportive of it, just because it's government overreach. As Sally was asking in her introductory statements, is this a role that schools should have? And most parents are going to say no, even though the numbers do continue to rise. So yes, we do need to tackle how we're going to look at stopping the escalation of teenage pregnancies, but having schools and teachers do it is not the answer.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. We'll try to call Mustafa and wake him up, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. At least the two of us will be back in about 15 minutes.
Hopefully Mustafa will make it. Hey, thanks for the good discussion.